Von außen ein kompakter SUV.
From the outside, a compact SUV. Inside, space as in the luxury segment. That's the new Audi Q4 e-tron. We want to talk about the design and the equipment of our new model. To do this, I want to introduce our experts who are going to talk to us. 𝗙𝗿𝗏 from exterior design, very important for the design of the car and the first impression of the car. Then 𝗙𝗿𝗏𝗏 from light design. He also will talk about novelties and the new daytime running light signature, and Christian Daum from product marketing of the Audi Q4 e-tron. It's compact on the outside and spacious on the inside. That's the Audi Q4 e-tron, and that becomes very much clear when you look at the figures. It is 1.86 meters wide, 1.63 meters tall, and 4.59 meters long, with which it clearly falls into the segment of compact SUV. But when we look at a fourth measure, the whole view on it changes, because the wheelbase is a whopping 2.76 meters, with which it falls into the mid-size segment. What this large wheelbase means for such a compact vehicle, and what it means especially for the design of the exterior, is something that Amar is going to talk about now.
Actually, the wheelbase is a really good place to start for this car, because it really sets the tone. And in this car, the battery is in the floor, so the wheels get pushed out, meaning that we get shorter overhangs, which we like. But the extra space that we win means that we get a much bigger cabin than we're used to. And this totally goes against what we want as from a car designer's point of view. Normally we would like a very tight cabin and a very large body, very powerful wheel arches. And in the case of this car, we have still really big wheels and good stance, but also a very elongated cabin. So you can see here how far the A-post comes forward. Reason being, it houses the new AR heads-up display system. And to compensate, how do we balance this problem out? So what we do is we bring the sculpture from the fender and the bonnet through to the side of the car and into the wing mirrors. What we do by doing this is we balance the car again. No? We have a long optical bonnet, which is really good, but also we balance the car overall onto the wheel arches. Let's go to the front of the car. So the single frame is a very important part of our identity. We decided for this car that we will keep it there. But we don't need air in this area, so we close it off and we surround it with a black mask. And this black mask, it runs into the details. So for an example, in the top, we run it into headlamps where we emphasize the daylight signatures, and we hide the parts that we don't need to see. And also in the lower area, we put it into, we flow the black optic into the air splitter, which is actually cutting air off of the vehicle. So let's go towards the side and the rear. I mentioned the cabin, that it's really far forwards, and to balance the front with the rear, what we do is we create an optical roof, which is actually floating. So the C-post is cut in a way like a Quattro-esque design, and we let the roof float on top of it. Then we take all the sculpture from the body side, which is much more round and more full, more muscular, and this we feed it into our rear light band, which we're very happy to have on the A7 car. Now I'd like to introduce César, and he can further explain the really cool features that we have on our lamps. Thank you.
Danke, Amar.
Thank you, Amar.
Die Scheinwerfer.
The lamps. Well, these lamps make Vorsprung durch Technik visible. The Q4 e-tron is the first vehicle worldwide that has a digital daytime running light signature. The customer can choose from 4 different light designs, and they can change them and choose them at any time spontaneously, and thus create the light character of the car individually. And now they can do this very simply via the MMI. And I'll show you here with this front exhibit. You see the headlights here and the daytime running lights. In the middle, there is a longitudinal strip, and at the top and at the bottom, there are 10 light segments, which can be switched on and off individually. Combining them, you get different light signatures. I'll do that now and show you. This is the first signature. This is the second light signature. This is the third light signature and the fourth. They express completely different characters with their digital eyes. What is very special about these lamps are the metal panels that go around the lights. They are open to the front, so when you stand in front of the car, you can perfectly see the light signatures. But when you look at the car from the side, you only see the horizontal element. And that creates a kind of effect of blinds that make for an interesting play with shadow and light, something very special. The headlights are very important, but the rear lights are also of key importance. Here you see a light strip here in the Q4 e-tron. It's the kind of light strip that we also have in the cars of our luxury segment, but this can be found in the compact class. The light strip is divided more and more towards the end, and there are three-dimensional objects, and ends in a very exciting object, which is inspired by conducting tracks and thus conveys the idea of electric mobility. This is not all, of course. And what I can say is that light design with the Q4 e-tron is something that really creates a very strong first impression. We also have the dynamic welcoming lights and also the e-tron logo, which is reflected and projected by the mirrors directly to the doors. And this is a perfect invitation for me to pass the floor to Christian. Thank you, César. Let's get inside the Q4 e-tron. You can see that we have a completely new generation of steering wheels, flattened at the top and bottom. We have a center display of 11.6 inches, the largest display ever built into a Audi. What you can see here is a bottle holder that is in every door. You can simply slide the bottle into the holder. And below the center armrest, there is a storage compartment comprising 4.44 liters. Now I'll show you that this is truly a fully fledged main car. I've just sat at the front, and still sitting in the rear, I have spacious leg room, a lot of overhead space, and since it's a fully electric car, there's no center tunnel, so the floor is flat, very comfortable, and a lot of space in the car. Of course, we need the socket where the car can be charged. The charging cable can be found in the boot. We have provided for this segment to fold out, and here you can see that it fits nicely in this compartment. You can reach it anytime, and you get it very close to the place where you're actually going to charge the car. Regarding the interior, we carried out a lot of customer surveys to ask our customers what they wanted to have, and people told us that they wanted to have packages and not so many individual options. So we've got a total of 9 interior packages from which customers can choose. We have in the basic package both 2 steering wheels, either round or flattened, the tech layer which connects the steering wheel and the glove compartment, and then we got the inlay in either silver or gray. Regarding the seat covers, we've got different leather variants, textiles, and a new material called 𝗙𝗿𝗏𝗋𝗋 that contains 45% recycled material. In the S-Line, we have leather covering of the steering wheel, which underscores the sporting character of the car. In the tech layer, the customer can choose two different variants. And we also have a true limewood panel. And what my personal favorite is the tech layer, which also includes a lot of recycled material. Up here, you see the 8 paint colors for the exterior. We have 7 metallic paints, and a new color is 𝗙𝗿𝗋𝗋 and Aurora Violet, which are new colors here. I think this is really a car that is suitable for everyday life and a fully fledged main car for any household.